Do you really need to spend hours editing your audio? Not really. In this video, I'll show you how to simplify the entire editing process by automating some of the things that you would want to do with your audio, and also show you some free tools that can help you with editing your audio. Hi, this is Dilip and welcome to the Podcasting University. This is a channel where I share podcasting tips, tricks, and techniques that are implementable and practical, primarily so that your journey in podcasting is simplified. I'm a blogger and affiliate marketer for about 15 years and a podcaster since 2015. I've released more than 400 episodes with more than 2.5 million downloads in some of the podcasts that I have co-hosted. What I share here are things that I have learned over the years, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to combine my marketing experience with my podcasting experience and give you some nifty little tips and tricks that can help you succeed in podcasting. Now, in the last video, we saw how to simplify your editing process by only doing the minimum amount of edits that are required in order to release your podcast. And I showed you what those things are and how to do that on Audacity. Now, in this video, I'll show you how to automate those editing activities, and I'll also share a few free little tools that can help you simplify your editing process. If you like using a desktop software for your editing purposes, then do watch the video till the end, when I'll show you a very simple little software that can help you get most of these things that I've showed you in the last video. So let's get over to my desktop and I'll show you how to go about automating these processes in Audacity, and then I'll show you a free tool that can help you with most of this editing. Let's get over to my desktop. So here I am on my Audacity dashboard, and you can see here that I've already opened my recording from my last episode. You can see here this is a recording that is there. So first, let me show you how to automate some of the processes that I spoke about in the last episode. Now, what we spoke about was loudness normalization, auto duck, noise reduction, and truncating silence. Now, some of these activities can be automated, but there are some other which I don't recommend that you automate, like for example noise reduction, because every episode you will have a different noise profile that you might want to capture. So it's better that you don't automate it, but you can still automate it. That's an option that is available. So I'll show you how to go about automating these activities on Audacity. It is pretty simple. All that you need to do is you can go to tools and you'll see here there is something called as macros. Now when I open macros, there is one of these automation that I've already created, which is something that I usually use. So here is how you can go about automating it. You can just create a new macro and you can name it new edits or something that you want to remember. And once that is done, you'll see here that there are some steps, this box that is open. So what we do is we go and include steps that we want to include in this specific automation. So first of all, what we do is we hit insert and you can select what is it that you want to do. So let us first go and do a loudness normalization. So you can see here loudness normalization is selected and you can see the parameters that are set here. Now if you want to change any of these, all that you need to do is just go to edit parameters and this pop-up will open up and you can set these parameters. Now these parameters are something that I discussed in my last video, so you can go and check there. But these are the parameters that I use. You can click on OK and then you hit OK and this step is already added. Now if you want to include another step, like for example truncating silence, so we click on insert and then we search for truncate silence, and you can see here that again the parameters are already set. You can go to edit parameters and you can change this. Now keep in mind that this threshold of minus 30 dB is something that I have set specifically for my recordings, you might want to first set it and then check if deleting these silence or truncating these silence leads to something like deleting your normal audio. You don't want that to happen. So ensure that you're setting these decibels depending upon your audio, but -30 should usually work. And this is the silence seconds that you want to truncate it to. Anything that is for a duration of about 1 second will be truncated to about 0.7 seconds. So you can set it whichever way you want, and you just click on OK, and the parameters are added, and you go and click on OK, and this step is added. Now these are two things that I've just done, and I'll save it and I'll click close, and then I'll show you how I go about applying this to this specific audio. All that you need to do is just select this audio, go to tools, apply macro, and click on the macro that you just recorded. This shows new edits. I click on it, and this shows that the macro is being applied. It's a pretty simple and easy thing to do whenever you want to edit once you have these macros set up. You can see here that the silence has been, truncating silence has been applied, loudness normalization has been done, and your audio is edited. Now let me undo this and show you how to go about removing noise from this audio. So what you do is you basically go to macros, select the macro, and you want to edit it. What you'll do is you'll click on insert, and you will select noise reduction here. So when you select noise reduction, it says factory defaults. So basically what will happen is it will pick the factory defaults and do the noise reduction for you. You click on OK and click save, and then close it. And then you are on this audio, and you'll want to go and apply this macro. Let's apply this macro. You can see here it is first applying the noise reduction. Once noise reduction is done, it will move on to the next step. Now it is applying loudness normalization. You can see here that all of it has been applied. Now this basically is reducing the noise depending upon a system default or a preset that has been applied, a preset that Audacity already has. But what I would recommend is that you capture a noise profile and then use that to remove noise from your audio. So that is why I said that I wouldn't recommend automating noise reduction, but if you choose to do that, you can always do that. So you can automate pretty much anything that you want using these macros, but just keep in mind that only automate things that are repetitive activities. If there is anything that it requires your involvement, I wouldn't recommend that you automate that. So this is one of the ways to speeden up your entire editing process, which is something that I would recommend. Now let me quickly show you another method to automate this entire process. Now this is on a website called as Ophonic.com. Now Ophonic.com is basically a production engine which helps you do a lot of these editings, automates a lot of these editings, and also helps you with integrating your intros, your outros, your ID3 tags, and pretty much everything. So this simplifies a lot of the process that is involved in editing your audio. Now let me quickly show you how it works. I am already on my account. I have already logged in. Let me first show you the pricing. Now Ophonic gives you 2 hours free every month of processed audio. So if you are somebody like me or somebody who's not a professional podcaster who requires a lot of hours to edit, then I would recommend going with this free option. And then what you can do is, if for some reason you exhaust this 2 hours every month, you can go and purchase one of these one-time credits, which you can use, which doesn't expire. You can use it for any number of time. That is if you don't require these many hours every month, because this is a monthly subscription otherwise, and you will have to use these 9 hours every month because this credits expire every month. These are reset every month. So if you require these 9 hours every month, you should go with a subscription. Otherwise, I would recommend going with a free option and buying a one-time credit here. Now, working with Ophonic is pretty simple. There are presets that you can already set up. Now, for example, you can see here, there is this preset that I have already set up. Let me click on it and I'll show you some of the things that I've already added into it. You can see here that there is a current file which is basically being used as the intro. There is an outro which I can use. I have already mapped my Amazon S3 account, and this is the outro that I want to use. Let me remove this intro because I don't want this intro. Now I'm using this outro. Here is a cover image or the artwork that I've already uploaded. I've entered my name, the name of the podcast, and you can enter subtitle here for your episode, the genre. For example, let me just enter podcast or education here. The year, let me enter it as 2019. The publisher, that is your name, the Podcasting University. URL for the website, which is again podcastinguniversity.com. You can enter the license URL. If you have anything, you can enter the summary. You can separate it with tags, for example, podcasting university, etc., or some other tags. Then you can select the output file. What is it that you want? There are different bit rates that are available, but I would recommend keeping it to the default. You can export it as an MP3. You can export it as a WAV file as well. I would recommend exporting it as an MP3 itself. And once that is done, if you want, you can even transcribe your podcast, but for that you will have to register a service which is available. Then you can publish it to external websites, like for example, you can publish it to an Amazon S3 server or to a Dropbox, wherever it is that you want. You can do that, or you can even download it. Then the audio algorithms, where you can select what is it that you want. You can use the adaptive leveler, a loudness normalization, filtering, and a noise and hum reduction. So you can select all of that. The loudness target here, you can see it's already selected -16 for podcasts and mobile. And all that you need to do is just click on save preset. If you want any advanced parameters, you can toggle this on, and you can see what are the advanced algorithms that are available. That's only available for paying customers. So let's quickly save preset, and you already have a preset. Now what you do is just need to do a new production. So let's go and do a new production. When you are in the new production, you can select a file upload method, which is by choosing a file. But first, let me select a preset, which is a preset that I have already recorded. I'll select a file and let me go to my source. So here I am. I have my recording here. Let me select this recording and click on open. This is a WAV file, so it's already there. The outro is selected, the cover image is selected, all of this is already selected. Everything is selected. All I need to do is just click on start production. And you can see here that it says you have credits of 2 hours of audio available. Just click on start production and it will produce that audio for me. It will take some time, but once that is done, you can easily download this file and you are ready to upload it to your host. So that's a pretty simple way, everything automated. And like what I said, it is free, so you can always try Ophonic at ophonic.com. I'll leave a link to it in the description notes below. Now to the final thing, which is a simple little software that I recommend that you use if you want to use a desktop software for all of your editing. Let me quickly go and show you how that works. So this software is called as the Levelator. Now you can find it online, though this software is no more being supported or downloaded, but you can go online and download it. It is still available. Let me show you how to download it. You can search for CN Levelator download. You can see here the Levelator is available for free from CNET. You can click on this. It will take you to a page from where you can download the Levelator. So here it is. You can download it and you can use it. It's a very simple little software. All that you need to do is just import the audio into this. But for that, what you will have to do is you'll have to export your recording as a WAV file, because Levelator doesn't pick an MP3 file. So let me quickly export it as a WAV file. So I'll export it as a WAV file here. Click on OK. The export is happening. The file is already exported. Now that it is exported, let me go to the folder and download. Now here I am on the folder and you can see here that the recording is already exported as a WAV file. Now let me quickly open Levelator. The Levelator is here. All I need to do is just drag and drop it into the Levelator, and you will see that it is processing. And once the processing is done, all of these effects or all of these tweaks are already done to your audio. So it is done. You can see here this file with an extension that ends with dot output is basically the output that comes from the Levelator. Keep in mind that this is a WAV file, so you might want to convert it into an MP3, which you can do in Audacity. All that you need to do is just import this file into Audacity. The file is importing, and then you can export it as an MP3 file. Enter your ID3 tags and save here as episode 68. Save. You can enter the ID3 tags here, enter the value, click on OK, and it will export the audio as MP3. So which means you have a file that you can now upload to your podcast host. I hope you found value in today's video. If you did, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you stay updated with the latest episodes that I release. I release a new episode every Thursday, and don't forget to click that bell notification so that you are notified whenever I release a new episode. In the next week, I will be sharing with you some very nifty little tricks on Audacity which will help you speeden the entire production process, and will also show you how to create templates on Audacity that can simplify your editing process. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification. Don't forget to watch some of my earlier episodes where I've shared a lot of information about podcasting. And if you're looking for practical and implementable podcasting tips, then you might want to listen to my podcast, The Podcasting University. The Podcasting University podcast is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Pick your favorite platform and give it a listen there. And don't forget to come back the next Thursday when I'll share with you some nice little tricks on Audacity.